What is going on, y'all? This will be a little different video. So normally I always like to post these successes and these big boppers and these incredibly difficult TTMs. Sometimes I like to post, I call them idea videos, as far as I'm showing a bunch of mid-tier guys giving you ideas of who to write to. So this is going to be a fail video. I'm going to only show one card. It's going to be one story. So I was talking to a friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber here, and I was telling him about this story, and he's like, man, you really should make a video about this. He's like, you always do all these success stories. He goes, you should probably let people know about your failures as well. So this is why this video is coming at you. So I bought a 1957 Topps Paul Hornung rookie card. It was a couple months ago, about 4 or 5 months ago actually, and it sat on my desk for the longest. I told the story either in my last video or the one before that, and I didn't think the guy was gonna do another show. I know his health is declining, so one day I was like, screw it. I'm like, I'm gonna mail it to him with the blue Sharpie, a $50 bill, and just hope and pray that he freaking signs with an inscription. Because I spent a couple $100s on this card, and you spend that kind of coin, you know, you want that inscription. So I mailed it off. Literally that same day, later in the day, a show announced that he was going to be doing a signing at their show for $50, free inscription. I mean, in a perfect world, if I was going to spend $50, I'd much rather give it to a promoter who's going to ensure that my card gets signed right than via TTM and you roll the dice. Then if that wasn't bad enough, about 2 or 3 days later, another show, another promoter announced that he was going to be at their show, and it was going to be like $45 with a $5 inscription fee, so $50 again. So I was like, well, screw it. So yesterday I was at work and I got my email and I seen I had an informed delivery through the USPS, kind of a preview of what's coming in your mail that day. And I seen Louisville, Kentucky, and I was like, cha-ching, like, that's it. Like, that's the Paul Hornung. So I went to the mailbox, got my mail, and there was an envelope in it, just like this. And you can tell, you know, when you get your TTM letters, this is what I send them in, semi-rigid holders. You could tell, you know what I mean, if this is in here, you know. And that wasn't in there. I could tell there was a card in here, but there was no semi-rigid holder. And so I knew it was Paul Hornung. So I was like, crap. So I ripped the edge. I slow rolled it myself in the truck. And wasn't too happy, man, with what I seen. So not only did he not send it back in the case that I sent it in, which caused a pretty wicked crease right across the freaking, almost the center of the card, which won't be picked up on camera. But I mean, it's a bad crease. It's not a slight crease. He also signed it in black, so he didn't use my Sharpie. He didn't add a Hall of Fame inscription, but he did take my $50. And keep in mind that Paul Hornung doesn't require a donation to sign via TTM. You could get them all day and night for free. Just send him a card and he'll sign it. So here's the card. I don't know, that crease starts here and then kind of comes around like down in here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I can see the dent, but I can't really see the crease on the camera. But that's that. Oh, and on top of that, the 5 is smeared. So, some people would be like, oh, well, that's a success. Yeah, I guess you could say that. When you spend, you know, we'll just say $200. It was a little bit more than that, but $200 on a card and $50 on an autograph. So I got a $250 card here. You want that freaking inscription. You know, you can go on eBay or other auctions right now for $275, and then there's a bunch of them at $289.99. You can buy Paul Hornung rookies that are slabbed, already authenticated, for that kind of coin. So that's a short story of some of the failures that happen. This isn't a rarity. This isn't something that hardly ever happens to me. It happens, somewhat on a fairly often basis. But I just never shared those successes with y'all. So that is that. So I guess for every, God dang it, there's that crease big time in the light. I guess for every Billy Shaw PSA 8 rookie that I bust out of a case and sent, and for every Lance Allworth rookie that I sent, you're gonna have one of these, man. So it's not the lessons learned. When I've been in the game this long, you roll the dice like in Vegas, and you hope you don't crap out. And this time I crapped out, man. You know what I mean? I got snake eyes this time, so who knows? The next 6, 7, 15 times, I could freaking hit him out of the park. But the next one could be another freaking snake eyes. You just never know. So that's kind of the negative side to being a TTMer. But it's still worth it. Still extremely fun. I was excited all day to see that freaking card. It was an awesome mood all day at work. So that is that. We are coming up on, I believe it's about 17 days until your PSA DNA submissions are due to me. If you want to get in, you can go to Slab City on Facebook, and all the details are there in the pin post on how to do it and how much and all that stuff. So that is that. It is 5:30 in the morning, so that's why I'm a little bit more quiet than normal. So till next time, adios. Be safe. Bye-bye. Toodles.